Beyoncé is overrated. I know I'm going to get hella downvotes for this, but her music is just it seems she could start eating soup with a fork and people will call her a legend for that. Don't get me wrong, I've heard of the good she's done and I think she's an awesome person for that, but it's more on her music. Great voice, but her songs are so boring. Edit, I'm focusing on her music being overrated, maybe I should have been more clear about that. Edit, I just made the damn Reddit account 2 weeks ago, how am I supposed to know? A lot of people post an opinion similar to this. I agree entirely. She is average, at best. She does not even write her own songs but instead has an army of songwriters. She had 60 songwriters or so on one album, that's just ridiculous. Yet, you constantly hear her talk about when I wrote that song. Not only is she far less talented than her hysterical fans make her out to be, she is super fucking arrogant as well. I personally can't stand her personality or music. Both suck. I don't doubt her talent, I think she's an amazing singer, but most of her music is pretty average. I don't get why she considered a queen. Beyoncé is a hard-working, reasonably intelligent, and very attractive woman, but I think her level of wealth far exceeds her talent. I think she is definitely the product of exceptional marketing. Nah, no downvote, it's just the truth, she is overrated. Read up on some of the things she's done. She isn't a good person. Her fans are the worst. If you ever say anything that means she's less than perfect, they will attack you. Agree, nothing special. Whitney Houston was something special. I think she's just standard pop industry trash. Alicia Keys should be in her spot of queen. She's a true talent who writes her own songs, is humble, down to earth and just so beautiful. I'm with you, Beyoncé is so overrated. I was in Egypt visiting my parents who lived there for a couple years. We hired a private tour guide for the Giza necropolis, and while on the tour the lady mentioned that when Beyoncé and Jay-Z visited they were the most arrogant and rude people they had seen. They were actually kicked off the site because they were climbing the pyramids, which is a criminal offense, and causing a scene. Assholes. Just thought I'd share. I fully agree with this. This sub hates Beyoncé face with tears of joy. She's so overrated. She's also an asshole. She shut a whole hospital floor down just to give birth. Why would you get downvoted here? Do you know her demographic? Sometimes I eat soup with a fork. Beyoncé is a paint-by-numbers singer, not an artist. You give credit to artists that start with a blank canvas and use their talent to create, not someone who needs instructions on what and how to paint. Plus she sings every song with her high-pitched voice even when it's not that necessary to go that up, don't really know the terms. Her and Jay-Z are so greedy and they constantly act like new money bums. You'll get downvoted because this is posted weekly at minimum. A weekly post with the same complaint ceases to be an unpopular opinion. I like how Your Movie Sucks on YouTube had streams looking trough the new Lion King promotional footage where all the people constantly just talk about Beyoncé. Every 2 minutes someone mentions her, and it is always followed by some sort of compliment without fail. I think at this point Beyoncé tries to make her career more than being just a singer. Even though her songs are not better than most artists, most of her recent albums have a meaning she tries to portray. It's hard to find artists that make music that is pop or that people enjoy but also encourage people and bring awareness to issues. I think one of the things that make her more than just a singer that sings songs is that she's a strong feminist and advocate for the black community. She literally had a feminist recite a message in the middle of one of her most popular songs on her album. The way Beyoncé does things is very specific and different than most of the industry. I would say she can be overrated because she's very known with all people. She's been in the industry for over 20 years and worked very hard for it. But I think people also realize she is really not a basic singer or like others in the industry. And she completely ruined Lion King, sad face, it's my favorite Disney movie and she slayed it, and not in the good way. All the songs in it were all wavy and were really hard to watch, as you could definitely tell she was trying way too hard. TBH, most of the singing in the new movie wasn't great, but hers was by far the worst. I like Beyoncé but she was just put in the film for the hype. I prefer Dua Lipa. While I don't think she can sing, or act, or read, I do admit she is a good entertainer, the dancing and costumes. Beyond that, I listen to 3 to 4 songs to work out to because of the beat. Some just seem like she's singing the same line over and over. Like a kindergarten kid wrote it, "Who run the world?" Between her and Nicki Minaj, I'm accepting that music really has changed and I'm not sure I will ever get good music again. Kelly Rowland was always more talented and I bet it burns Beyoncé to her core. The difference in talent is up front if you go back and watch them perform together at the Super Bowl. Kelly simply outperforms Beyoncé at every turn and my lord is she pretty. That singer is shit. Nothing appealing about her. Lots of arrogance means no real self-confidence. This is posted almost every other week. Why does Jay-Z never get any hate? Most of his bars are trash as well. Don't believe me? Go listen to his songs and read the lyrics. Empire State of Mind is a perfect example. Dope beat. Super dope chorus. And if you didn't know any better you'd think Jay killed it with his super great lyricism. Nope. Garbage lyrics. Maybe he should hire some if those lyricists Beyoncé has lying around. She has an amazing voice but her songs don't really showcase that. Maybe to many writers. I'm surprised this don't have more upvotes tbh, pop music is trash, absolutely agree. Her fans are like a cult. The way they've attacked artists and ruined their careers because they critiqued and told the truth about her and acting like Beyoncé is invincible and like a god, it's super creepy and pathetic. Didn't she make a documentary about herself for her own private viewing like 2 years ago? Celebrity worship needs to end. She was the 3rd best singer in Destiny's Child, and the 2nd best looking. All pop stars are overrated. The actual producers who work on the song production never get enough credit.